Version 21.0 has finally released for the Meta display glasses, and although this update doesn't appear to be much since there's only a few new features, we finally get features like handwriting included in this. So in this video, I'm going to go over all the features within this 21.0 update for the Meta display glasses. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do with you guys is share everything that's within this 21.0 update for the Meta display glasses. So the first thing, of course, is handwriting with the Meta Neural Band. You can now do handwriting to text within the Meta display glasses, and just an important note, you need to have early access to get this feature. If you're not a part of the early access program, then even with this 21.0 update, you will not be able to use this. So make sure to sign up for early access if you have not already. So the next feature is the Teleprompter. And essentially what this does, again, you could pause it if you want to read it, but essentially what this does is provide some notes that you can kind of create within your Meta display lens. And maybe if you have some kind of presentation, you can kind of just read off to the side those notes in front of you. And I guess the idea is to make this look like you're smarter than you are. I'm not really sure who asked for this or what this is all about, but we're gonna dig into that. And the last feature is an update to WhatsApp, so you can now see up to 30 WhatsApp message threads on your Meta display glasses. All right, so obviously the handwriting feature is definitely the most anticipated here, so I'm gonna have to build up to that. Let's go backwards through the list. So I'm gonna start this demo with the WhatsApp feature we just talked about. So this WhatsApp update really isn't anything massive. It's just like a minor change. And if you don't use WhatsApp, then this really won't be a big change for you. So essentially what you can do is go into WhatsApp, and you should be able to see 30 threads showing if you use WhatsApp a lot. So I only have one thread showing right now, but if you're like popular or something and you had a lot of people messaging you on WhatsApp, then this would be a nice feature. All right, but nothing much more there. So let's move on to the next one, and that is the Teleprompter. So a small disclaimer here, this feature is actually, I feel, kind of bugged. So there's actually nowhere in the feature notes that say how to use this, which is really weird in my opinion. So I kind of struggled when I first tried to get this to work, but after searching online and Googling around a bit, I did find out that you can activate it by using Meta. So let's try doing that now. And I'm gonna take the mic and put it closer to the glasses so that we can see what it has to say. So let's try it out. So one thing I just want to point out here is that, again, there is no button for Teleprompter. There is no new app. There's nothing here. It's just non-existent. Like if they didn't mention that this was a thing, no one would know. So really dumb, but I did find a way to get it to work. So if you just ask Meta about it, then it kind of gets started, but it's kind of buggy and weird and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So let's check this out right now. Hey Meta, start Teleprompter about creating a YouTube video.
Let's create a script for a YouTube video on creating a YouTube video.
Script something about needing a good hook in the beginning and then a really good topic for the video.
Here's a script for a YouTube video on creating engaging content. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today,
Hey Meta, stop.
How to create a YouTube video that grabs viewers' attention.
Guess we don't want to.
You need a hook that draws them in and a topic that keeps them engaged. Let's dive into what makes a good hook and how to choose a topic that resonates with your audience.
Give me like a 5-sentence script.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're talking about how to create a YouTube video that grabs viewers' attention.
Now again, like I said, I feel like this is just completely bugged because, well, for one, I can't even like edit this script. I just have to ask it to write me a script. I thought maybe that like I'd be able to, you know, draft something and then maybe have it like read off like some kind of notes or documentation or anything, but instead it just like creates some kind of script for me that I could read. Again, no practical use for this really. I mean, it just seems completely bugged. I don't see a point for this. I don't know who asked for this. I don't see why this is. I really just don't know, because now, I mean, what you can do, I mean, I know it's a little bit here, but if you look at the clip, you can scroll up and down and, you know, maybe have some kind of longer script if you wanted to and just keep scrolling down. But I can't edit this thing. I can't do anything about it. This is just kind of useless, to be honest. I'm gonna move on from this, and we're gonna move on to the actually anticipated feature that actually works, and pretty well, I might add, the handwriting feature. So let's check that one out. Alright, so a few things to note before starting the handwriting feature is that you have to join the early access program to use this. So if you're not a part of that, you cannot use this. On top of that, this is only available in English for WhatsApp and Messenger users within the US. And in addition to that, you have to make sure your Meta Neuroband is updated as well. So if you haven't done any of those things, you won't be able to use this new feature. So just make sure that you check off all those boxes and then you're good to go. Alright, so this is going to be my writing surface, and as you can see on my phone to the side, we are going to be using WhatsApp to message my wife, but using the handwriting feature. And you can track my hand here while it inputs it to my glasses. So first, let's take a look at the glasses and see what this looks like. So as you can see here, we have this write button now, and it says that we could start writing. If we want, we can restart, we can send the message, we can add an emoji, or we can go into symbols. Now, I want to keep in mind, I'm going to back up a bit here. Now, I do want to let you guys know that when you guys get this in the tutorial section, they did add a section for handwriting that's 5 minutes long. So there is a tutorial for this, and they do teach you how to navigate through this handwriting feature, and they show you everything you need to know for how to do spaces, how to do backspaces, how to write effectively, how to use symbols or emojis. They teach you everything in this tutorial. So essentially, this is basically like your sandbox for writing and testing out that handwriting feature. You can do a space, delete through these buttons, autocomplete, emojis, and I can type in here if I want. All right, so now let's try this out. So let's just say hello. I'll do a lowercase h, e, l, l, o. And to do an emoji, I'm going to click, and let's do like a happy face. And there you go, you've got an emoji. If you want a backspace, you're going to push back like this. I'm going to delete everything like that. So let's try one more thing. Let's just say testing. T, E, let's try that again. E, S, T, I, N, G. Exclamation point. And let's add another emoji by clicking, and I guess we got a fire emoji, right? Yep, fire emoji. All right, cool. So what we can do, I think you can swipe. I could clear the whole thing, just like that. So this is just, again, the writing sandbox, but let's try doing it within WhatsApp. Let's just ask how she is. So how, H-O-W, space, R, space, U, and there you've got it. You've got how are you. So, and I'm going to add a cute little heart. And then I can go down and hit send. So let's see what additional emojis there are. So there seem to be some like common emojis at the top, and then you have a lot more below. I don't think you can rearrange like your most frequently used ones. I think it's kind of stuck on those 6. But if you wanted to, you could cycle through and find something more appropriate for what you're trying to express. I'll back out now, and I'll go to the symbols. Here, you know, if you wanted to do numbers, you could do numbers with your hands, but if you wanted to here, you could also maybe do like an @ symbol, maybe an asterisk, maybe some more difficult to manage symbols. All right, I'm gonna try just writing out really fast something, and let's see if it can catch up. This feature is cool! Exclamation point. I just cross-verified with the screen, and it looks like it worked flawlessly. So now don't get me wrong, there are going to be flaws in here. I think the hardest thing for me was getting a G, because it kind of registered it as a 9. Let me try that again, a G. Yeah, so you see, I'm trying G's, and maybe these aren't the best G's. Let me try a capital G. There it goes. It seems to be responding to a capital G much better. So basically, it's just showing you guys that this is not perfect 100%, but it is crazy impressive. I mean, the fact that this neural band alone can kind of just track those hand movements and like the letters you're writing on a surface is just pretty incredible. So we'll definitely be playing with this a bit more in the future. All right, guys, well, that is everything for the 21.0 update for the Meta Display glasses. I definitely want to try using that handwriting feature more. I want to see what it can do, what it can't do, and just kind of experiment with it more. So I think for my next video, I'm going to try demoing that, and I'll try to get that up as soon as possible for you guys. So stay tuned if you want to see something like that. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think the handwriting feature is absolutely incredible, or do you think that this is kind of underwhelming and it's still just not all that great? Whatever the case is, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.